I don't have nothing to prove to anybody. I'm a team player, so I'm not worried about how people think of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to help. I wanted to contribute to my teammates and make the best of the team.
But given that, the fact that you were out in Calvin, got those reps last year, do you feel like now you coming back makes you guys even more formidable?
Oh, yeah, believe it. Our receiver crew is going to be speechless. You know what I mean? We all work hard together. I mean, Calvin's making everyone better. I'm making everybody better. So, Stu, everyone's contributing to being a band of brothers. So, that's what we are.
What's it like right now in that practice with so many? I mean, you guys are loaded at wide receiver.
It's a blessing, man. We got so much talent. Even the running backs, even the whole offense. I'm blessed to just get back in the lineup and make the best of my ability for my teammates.
Robert, how do you feel physically, and how much do you feel like you've come along with the shoulder since?
Oh man, I feel good. I feel like 100%. I'm ready to make the best that I possibly can to help my team and contribute to the receivers and just be ready to be out there.
And obviously, while recovering with the shoulder, you're limited so much you can do upper body wise. Were you able to focus more lower body and?
I feel like I still got stuff to do that I got to work on throughout my shoulder, but I'm not letting it affect me. I'm going to go through it 100%, so it's not really bothering me. I'm going to fight through it and get through it.
So where do you feel as a player now compared to where you were last year? Coach Saban said something back. I guess it was during the spring that you being away, you had a chance to watch the game more.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? I used to just play football just for fun and take advantage of it. But I'm more of a student. I study more. I film more. I take the game more serious, and I do more like things that I need to do to become a better receiver for my teammates.
So do you feel like you've gotten even faster from where you were last year?
Yeah, I feel like I got a little bit faster, but the only reason I have is because my players are pushing me to be better, you know what I mean? Pushing me to strive for be better as a receiver.
Appreciate you, Robert.
No problem.
Rob, what have you seen from Dieter so far?
I've seen just consistency. He's really consistent. He works hard. I see that in every receiver, you know what I'm saying? But he works hard. He's willing to work. He's willing to help us out. So I see that he's going to be a real good playmaker for us.
It seems like y'all have one of the deeper receiver cores in the conference, if not the country. Is that how you see it as a veteran?
Oh yeah, I see it. I see that we're going to make plays for our team. I mean that's what we're meant to do. We're a band of brothers. We're supposed to make plays for the team, and we're going to take advantage of it.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
We see a lot of guys talking about it takes them until their second, third year to get comfortable in the playbook. Are you comfortable right now?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm comfortable with it. Because I had a whole season under my belt. I learned, in the beginning of the season, I make mistakes every other play, and towards the end of the season, I was getting used to it, and now I'm completely comfortable with it.
How would you grade your performance last season?
Last season, I'd probably give myself B-, C+. It wasn't my best, but I had a lot to work on. I was a freshman. Not making any excuses, but I still could have done a whole lot better.
And what are some of the things you wanted to work on this offseason to get better?
This offseason, I worked on just consistency, like in the spring, so I was going some games I had a real good game, and the next game I have a bad game. So this spring I was working on just staying consistent in my technique, even when I'm tired, when I'm down, with this and that. So that's the main thing I try to work on, just being consistent.
Earlier you talked about some of the young guys in the secondary. Who's standing out so far looking good?
They're all standing out right now. They're all still trying to learn the system. We're only 2 days in the camp, so you can't really tell exactly who's standing out, who's not. But they're all trying to learn the system and work it out.
We talk a lot about obviously the season, but a lot of work is put in the off season, 707 and different like that. How important is that stuff?
The 707 off season stuff. It's real important. Because that's when you get to work with the younger guys, and you get to teach them how to do it. You get to see who can play where and stuff like that. And the coaches, they're watching, but they can't really be out there. So it's more of like a team bonding, like the upperclassmen, like showing the underclassmen how to do things and just teaching them how to do this and that. So it's more of a team like I said, bonding time.
Marlon was another guy who was young too, like you last year, but now heading into another big year. How have you seen him grow this offseason?
He's doing the same thing. Just Coach Saban told us both need to step up as leaders because we're two more experienced players in the secondary, and same thing with him, just be more consistent. Be watching film and trying to work on technique. So no problem.
Honestly, how much different do you feel this year compared to this point last year? This has to be a much more familiar feel.
By different, what do you mean by different?
Yeah, I mean, you're more familiar, you're more like, coming in.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
I mean, there's that whole entire you gotta figure out the difference between say
Yeah.
high school and college. Where this now
Yes, sir.
you kind of understand a little bit more. You
Uh-huh.
probably feel a little bit more familiar with really what the season's coming and everything like that.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
your head swimming last year?
Yeah, last year around this time, I was so all over the place. So I was still trying to learn the playbook and get comfortable with the techniques and stuff like that. But this season, I'm completely comfortable with all that, and now it's just trying to master my craft and become the best player I could be.
Nation, like we come with the same intensity, the same power, same all that.
But what's it like being on that unit? I mean, you guys are so dominant. People talk about how huge the Alabama defensive line is.
Yeah, last year I got to learn a lot from all the players, and this year we just trying to roll it over to this season. So.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
I guess Bruce Feldman came out with a list. You know, the top freaks in college football. Did you know about that? I mean, what was your
my
reaction?
mama showed me. I was just amazed that anybody think of me that way. So it's a blessing.
I mean, is it a huge compliment? Is it something
Yeah, it
where,
is. Of course it is.
When you hear the word initially, I mean, when you hear the freak, that probably isn't so much of a compliment. But I mean, just the whole entire context of that list. Do you think?
I didn't really think too much of it because I've been lifting weights since high school, so it's just something that happened.
So, I mean, did you have to, when your mom told you about it, did you just immediately go and read it, or she read it to you over the phone or something like that?
Oh, no, I went and read it and just was in shock.
Talk to me, I guess, just about expectations this season. It has to be a very different feeling than when you just first stepped in last season.
I'm going to try and bring the same intensity I did last year and come and try to play more on third down.
I guess, but take me back to this point last year. Your head was swimming, I'm sure, a little bit.
Yeah, I ain't know too much about nothing, but now I know everything. Well, not everything, but I know more plays and all.
Got in the line with me, I could guard him, so I need to get back to that corner, and that comes through practice. And I'm not practicing the way I want to right now, but it's still early in camp, so I have a lot more practice to get better at it.
Talk about this secondary as a whole. You know, there's playmakers all over in there.
Yeah, it's Eddie Jackson behind me, Ron Harris behind me. I feel pretty confident that we can cover anybody. So
They can erase some mistakes,
yeah,
maybe.
Me and Minkah just gotta hold our own out there at corner. We'll definitely be on the island sometimes, but as long as we can hold our own, I think everything will come into play with the rest of the defense, and we'll be just fine.
What have you seen from Minkah?
It's
kind of a different position.
It's different to see him play more corner because he's kind of our corner guy, but he also plays a star. So he's learning just like me. We're just both trying to get better and better every day.
Lots of potential there.
Lots of potential. We got to live up to the hype.
That's it. Hey, thanks, Marlon. Appreciate it. Good luck.
I guess, does your mentality change going into a season? You kind of showed you were able to go out there and contribute, not that you weren't contributing before, but you had a bigger role last season. So this year, does your mentality change at all going in?
My mentality doesn't really change. Just have to go out there and be the player that I can be, the best player I can be, the player that coach expects me to be. So mentality doesn't change, just the same. Go out there, do my thing, and get the job done.
You know, Coach Pruitt was talking about, this 2016, leave 2015 behind and all that stuff. Is that something you guys are kind of used to? I mean, the success and then just moving past the success. So it wasn't like a one-year wonder last year. So does that help, just being able to put it behind and move forward?
It does help. Last year was last year. I want to do it again. Anytime I see shirts and T-shirts, I just think about how much work it took last year, and I know it's going to take a lot, even more work this year to get it done again.
Did you know Coach Pruitt very well before he went to Florida State? Like when he was, I guess, was it linebacker or DB coach?
Yeah. I'm not sure what coach he was, but
yeah. But did you know him?
Yeah. He actually recruited me heavily at Florida State, so we developed a really good relationship, and I'm happy I got a chance to play for him. He always seemed like a great guy when he was recruiting me, and he's even a better coach.
He got pretty emotional when he was speaking to the media today, talking about kind of what this school means to him and walking past Malmore's statue and stuff like that. Do you think this is where he wants to be? I mean, this seems like it's not just like a job. This is something that he really can get into.
I definitely think it means something pretty special to him. Back when he was recruiting me, before he decided to go to Georgia, leave Florida State, he told me to come to Alabama. So I definitely think he knows what this place means and how it can really help you being from Alabama and just what it means being from Alabama and going to the University of Alabama.
I just had a question about Coach Pruitt. When he was speaking to us this morning, he got a little emotional. I mean, he was talking about you and Jonathan, seeing you guys again. He was talking about walking past the Mal Moore statue, and he got kind of misty-eyed and stuff like that. This means something to him. I mean, this school means it isn't just like, hey, he's coming in from a different school to this school.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of you guys almost.
Yeah, he's one of us. He was here my freshman year when we won the first national title against Notre Dame my freshman year and everything. And, we already had built a relationship when I was getting recruited and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's pretty connected, well connected around here, and we all care for him just like he cares for us. And it's a pretty strong bond we have him with Coach Pruitt.
But I mean, you can tell that when he's talking to you. You can tell. I mean, just it isn't just words. That he feels the pride to be here as much as you guys feel the pride to wear the jersey. I mean, is that too cheesy, or does that make sense?
Nah, it's not cheesy or anything, because I completely understand how he feels and everything, because when you put the A on your chest, you're just proudful and everything, so you just got to represent Alabama just like everybody else.
What was it like to hear he's coming back and to know the guys are coming back to be the DC?
It was pretty exciting because we already had a relationship established already, and I already just knew we were going to be able to, we already know each other and I know how he coaches and how he knows how I play and everything, so we're going to be able to just build from the relationship we already previously had in football.
I appreciate it, man.
Rob was one of the guys that helped me out with the plays. Who was like that's one of the guys I hung around with, and then he just like my first time getting in the game was at Wisconsin. He was right there. He was like, just go in there and be patient and take your time. And I look up to him. And he's like he was there for me when I needed him, and I was gonna be there for him anytime he needed me to.
What can this kid do? Sky's the limit for him, I would think.
Yeah, man, he's really fast. He's a really great player. You guys gonna see.
Do you think he's better now than he was a year ago?
Oh, yeah, he's faster. He's stronger. His arm's better. He's good, man.
How are you handling all these accolades? I mean, man, it hits you fast, and I mean, we always knew you were a fine athlete, but this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to be as humble as possible. I want to go out there and take it game by game and just do what I can to help my team win.
You talk about being humble. Is there anybody you look to in that respect? Like, Amari Cooper is such a quiet kid. And somehow, do you look at anybody like that as an example?
Marcus was great. He's a great person and a great player. And the guy I look up to is, I don't know. I like a couple guys out there, but
guys in the NFL.
Yeah, I like a couple guys in the NFL. I got Emmanuel Sanders. I like Antonio Brown, and I like Amari Cooper a lot too. I watch a lot of his stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What have you seen so far from Gehrig here?
Oh, he reminds me of a little bit of Richard. He's good, man. He makes a lot of plays out there, and he's really humble, and he works really hard to be coming from Bowling Green here. Summer, he was working hard, running hard, and it's pretty good. Got it.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, football is football, and I just come out and compete and give it my all and know what I'm doing on the field and just try to set an example on and off the field as a player and show my character to these coaches and do the extra work that a lot of people don't see. And just go out and just try to have a positive experience and positive influence on my team and on the teammates.
How big is it for you to develop chemistry with your teammates, quarterbacks, as a new guy?
Yeah, that was definitely one of the concerns coming in, just because I knew I wasn't going to get here till May and only have 2 months to really kind of create a bond with them. But it's been something I really can't explain. I mean, these guys have been great to me. All the quarterbacks, all the receivers, they've all had positive influences on me. I feel like I've had a good influence on them as well. And we come in and compete every single day and learn the offense and learn about each other's lives. And I think that's been one of the coolest experiences, is creating that bond with those guys. It's definitely something I've never experienced coming in. I definitely didn't see that happening, but when I got here, they treat me like a brother, and I treat them like a brother, and it's been a great experience.
Who are you closest with? Who are you everybody right away?
I lived with David Cornwell over the summer, so I'd probably say just David, just because of the summer relationships that we built. Calvin Ridley, pretty close with him. We worked really hard this summer, and we're looking forward to the season.
Last question. Just we got in a little bit late. Just talk about your arrival and your mindset and the whole thing, how it's been for you.
It's been a great experience coming in. competing with these guys every single day over the summer and these past couple of days of fall camp. I mean, I have nothing positive things to say about these guys, and how we do things here at Alabama is pretty great.
It is a pretty cool place.